Now that a sorry geek such as you has finally landed the girl of your dreams and everyone else's dreams, let's get to the hard part. The part where you keep the girl interested in you. This can also be described as the part where you end up selling your family fortunes and end up penniless, but that doesn't matter as long as you've managed to keep your girl right. Now let us analyze the concept of a date. The origins of the word date lie in ancient Arabia, where the summers, the springs, the girls and the winters are always hot. The age-old tradition of Arabia decreed that males seen going out with females had to be violently punished. Hence hanging out inside the city was a little impossible, unless the wife was okay to the idea of a thing-less husband. So what the hormone-heavy kids did was, they used to go out in the desert and hang out under the shade of the date palms. The word stuck and hence we go dating nowadays. Now, your date location is highly dependent on what sort of a person you are. There's a concept in France where a huge barrel is filled with grapes and people get to stomp on them and laugh and screech and pretend to have lots of fun while doing it. If you're an extremely insecure person, I would not advise you to use this tactic because you don't want to see a hunk fall on your wife/girlfriend, thrash about in the grape slush and have lots of fun while you run away crying. So for all of you insecure guys out there, please avoid such contact sports dates, or get an insecure girl who'd rather cling onto you than be clung onto. You might also want to check out the dating avenues offered by a gay bar. You'd be able to completely eliminate guys hitting on your girl from the equation then, giving you quality time to spend with your girl. Now for married couples, there is an extremely radical and absolutely win-win date concept you might want to explore. A date with a married couple. That way, you could gain valuable information about the joys of being married, if you get what I mean, and add to the pleasures of your married life. Worst case scenario, your wife could end up falling for the other husband, but don't worry. You shouldn't miss the trick here. You can always hit on the other wife if that happens. Now for the hardcore romantics, I suggest falling back on history for inspiration. Way back in history, I suggest going to an apple orchard and picking apples together. If you think that this idea sucks, I'd suggest you remind yourself what happened after Eve ate the apple. Doesn't suck so much now, does it? Or if you're the rather conservative lover, you can check out the usual love spots in your locality and keep your chick entertained. Now don't ask me how to keep your chick entertained because that's your job. If I did that, she'd be my girl, not yours. If nothing works out and your girl's losing interest, I recommend falling back on the date under the date palms thing. A date palms never disappointed anyone on a date. So far.